Hey Cully, and welcome back. By popular demand on the voting poll, it seems that you're interested in how we use our forageables. So you come join us. We're going to do a little forage, we'll do dinner, and we'll show you what it tastes like. I'll tell you what it tastes like. Let's have a look, shall we?
My little friend. And Doug's little friend. Look at that.
Where did you get them, babe?
Okay, so today we have collected some forageables which are on this board. We have also, on the job spec that you previously saw on our upload, it's a little homestead, so part of the perk of working on Homestead is you get to barter, right? So our barter is free pickings. So we managed to get some free pickings from the Homestead too. And some of these items are bought. Now, there's only 3 items on this board that are bought and paid for. So I'm wondering if you can work out what was bought and paid for on this board before I finish the chat. We have comfrey picked today. I'm not going to go through any identification processes because, to be honest, I wouldn't want to risk you making the wrong choices or anything like that. As far as I'm concerned, if you want to forage for these things, I'll give you the name. This is what we've got. It's comfrey, common comfrey. And there's 2 types of comfrey. You've got Russian comfrey and common comfrey. So edible wise, common comfrey. Medicinal, you want the Russian. But as far as ID is concerned, do your own research, please, and research good. Don't rely on just one source. We also have greater plantain. It's called greater plantain because it's big and fat and it has more properties, should we say, than the lesser plantain. Now, lesser plantain is this stuff.
Yeah, that's like the ribwort plantain.
Yes.
But very, very good medicinally.
Yeah. And you'll see that everywhere. It grows in pavement cracks. Anywhere where humans walk, that will be. The greater plantain was foraged today. We also, we're so pleased to find these yellow legs.
These are our best mushrooms, aren't they?
These are so good. I mean, put it this way. They're very sought after. They're beautiful look. They're nice and brown, and you don't see them in amongst the woodlands until you get down low and you look along the floor, and then you'll see these little yellow legs. They're called yellow legs as well as winter chanterelle, purely because they have this split as they grow in the stem. Awesome. But good eating, and I tell you what, they make the best broth. Another forage today was the nettles. And also we have rosehips and the last of the blackberries. Now we've just picked some red and the last of the blacks, and we plan to use that towards a pudding. Now what we got from the homestead, our free pickings, were the peppers, these really cute tomatoes. I've not seen these before. I'm quite interested in having a little taste of those. How cute are they? So we got some of those. We also got an apple from them and some spring onions. So it's always good to get a bit of barter. Lovely, very handy. We have a couple of more freebies on this board. The flour. Now the flour we've pinched from a friend. In fact, the garden we're staying in, we've raided the cupboard and found the self-raising flour we needed for this job. So the flour is from the friend of ours. Now don't worry, you're going to get to meet him, and I promise you he will not have a problem. In fact, he watches this channel, so thank you, Peter. Thank you for your flour. It's already mixed with a bit of salt. Now we also managed to get some coconut biscuits. I believe the Americans call them coconutties, do they? Do they get the same things?
Something like that.
It might be the American version of coconutties, I don't know. If there's any Americans out there watching this, you let us know if this is your version of coconutties. The reason we were given them were because they're out of date. Went out of date recently, and it looked like they were about to throw them out. So because he's a newsagent that we know, we said to them, we'll take them off your hands if you have. Yeah, no worries. So free. Awesome. Now we get to what we paid for. 3 items: chorizo sausage, garlic, ramen noodles.
Awesome.
That's it. So stick around, right? Let's see what I do with it.
Whilst Tara's prepping the rest of the food for the evening, I'm going to set up this area here. I'm going to put a tarp up, some seating, and eat at a restaurant I want to eat at, and maybe you would too, right? Let's get on with it. So a quick fix for the restaurant. We've got the wind coming in from this direction, and then we're going to be all the way underneath here. Wood pile's done, seats are out in our little restaurant, and Tara's chopping up some stinging nettles down here, nice finely chopped. What are you doing that for, babe?
Well, just for the record, those of you that are worried about getting stung, when they're the nettle tops, they're really not that stingy. You can kind of handle them as long as you're not stupid and brush them. But I'm finally chopping them because I'm going to make a flatbread, and the flatbread is going to be to dip for the main meal. But the flatbread in it, I'm sticking finely chopped stinging nettles in amongst the bread mix, which is going to be in here. So I'll chuck that in, add the water, make the dough, and then I'll keep that warm for a bit inside my pouch while I prepare the dinner. And then it will be drizzled with garlic butter when it's done.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Look at those nettles going in there. Nettle bread.
Nettle bread.
Or nettle flatbread, as you call it.
Yeah. Why not?
So stinging nettles help out with controlling inflammation, immune system, urinary and kidney infections, all sorts of things like this. Hay fever, diabetes, you know? So it's all good, and we're going to be getting it in flatbread form.
Actually, I need a bit more than that.
Keeping it nice and warm in there, are you?
Aye.
Cool. Beats an airing cupboard.
Why not? That's why I keep this warm, you see. I can get the dinner ready.
Cool. What's that one, my darling?
Just so you know that if you're going to use plantain, you see these ribs here that go through? They're quite stringy. So what you want to do is when you're using this, either finely chop it or just chop against it. So you're just going to strip it like this, you know, in strips. Because that way you don't get all that stringiness in your throat and your teeth.
Yeah.
So this is the plantain I've just cut up.
Cool.
This is the comfrey. I've done a similar thing, just shredded the comfrey, folded it over. The thing with comfrey is the back of comfrey is almost a bit Velcro-like, so they stick together.
Yeah. Which
is awesome for cutting them, because you can just stick them all together, fold them up and start slicing, right?
Bro.
Got the peppers in there as well, obviously, so far.
Awesome.
I've still got a few more ingredients to go.
But allegedly, grated plantain helps to kill bacteria and fungi. Coughs, mouth sores, obesity, abnormal menstrual bleeding, many other conditions. And now the chorizo. Very nice. You know what? I'm not going to go into what medicinal values chorizo might have, apart from it helps us put on weight in the winter.
So in here then is all of the spring onion, the yellow legs, the tomato, the weird little tomatoes.
Nice.
What else? The chorizo, the comfrey, and the plantain.
Wicked.
So that's all going to get simmered in a little butter before I add some water, bring it to the boil, and then stick those noodles in.
Cool.
Before I do that, I need to make flatbread.
Yeah. If there's anyone out there that knows an easier way to peel these, apart from with your nails and getting the fibres out, do let us know. But it's the rose hips, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you look at our What's the Point in Foraging video,
you'll see me snacking on these. I do like to snack on them when we're on the move.
Nice bit of apple as well.
Yeah, this is for the compote.
Oh, for the compote, very nice.
Well, I think it's a compote. It's like a saucy thing.
But yeah, there's some of you survivalists out there, and we really appreciate how you make fire. This is how we make fire. This is our primary source. Going nicely, going nicely. What are you doing?
So starter bread, because if you've ever done something like flatbread or even pancakes, you'll always know the first one's the worst one. So it's almost like a tester to see how hot the pan is. Rolling pin.
Why not? Multi-purpose.
Yeah, why not? It works. It's a good rolling pin.
Yeah, can see that.
Right, I need to heat this pan up and then we'll get the starter one on, see how it does.
Smoky fire. It's one way to get spotted on top of a mountain or your wild camping and stuff.
That's why we don't do open fires.
No.
In fact, the only time we'll cook with this is if we've got the tarp up and it's raining and we've got a pretty good idea that no one is around.
Yeah.
We go for the first one. Put the lid on. Make it go.
We can lay down in our restaurant. It's quite cool. Don't know where my adapter is. That'll do. I'll just close your door.
Okay.
Have you been adding? Yeah.
Well, done my first one. Always a bit of a disaster, the first one.
That looks alright though.
Yeah, it'll be alright. It's edible.
Yeah.
Just not great. It's not full of awesomeness.
He's on the scrounge for food.
Can lick the pot if you want. It's a bread pot. No, weren't keen on that one.
As you can see, we're indulging a little bit today. So if you ever want to buy us a beer, there is a link. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, a beer is always appreciated in our lifestyle.
Definitely.
One flatbread sorted. That can cool.
So looking forward to this.
Pretty hungry at the moment.
Yeah. Apparently the winds and the rain are meant to be real bad tonight.
Oh,
I'm worrying about these trees a bit,
I'm
but
scared of these trees a bit.
yeah. Thing is, when we're out in the woods, it's not too bad because obviously we look for the widowmakers, the deadfall, anything like that.
Be very careful.
Yeah. But here,
Well, yeah, it's advantages and disadvantages, isn't it?
Yes.
I mean, there's pros and cons to everything that we do. And the pros to this is we don't have to worry about having to pack down, pack up and all that jazz.
yeah,
But the cons are
we get flooded out.
you can get flooded out.
Every crack, every sound you hear, you're awake,
These
can't
trees are scary.
you? Yeah.
Get that butter in the bottom. There we go.
I'm actually using my sleeping bag cover. My sleeping bag over the camera at the moment. Improvise and all that, right?
Adapt and overcome.
Yeah. I knew Mr. Magpie had just come in for his dinner. He's trying to see what he
You
can
can smell the
scrounge.
chorizo.
Yeah, I think so.
Because I'm garlic's biggest fan, decided I'm going to stick some garlic in this. Are you all right with that?
Are you alright with that? You know
All
how
right.
garlic affects me.
I'm prepared for the fallout, quite literally.
It's an ugly story, that.
There's nothing worse than being trapped in a tent with somebody that's got the farts.
You
But
love it,
I'm
really.
prepared to take it on board just for the flavour sensation, if I'm honest. You can
thought-
have garlic bread anyway, so
Yeah.
we might as well add that little hint of loveliness. Look, I didn't go mad, it was just
That's all right.
a little clove.
Wow. Garlic again, antiseptic, antimicrobial,
Oh, garlic is so good for you. It's
antibiotics.
good for the heart, the arteries.
Yeah.
You name it, it's a win-win.
Oh yeah.
Typical it'd rain for this video, huh?
Mm.
Well, at least you get to enjoy our full experience.
Yeah.
Rain, come rain or shine, it makes no difference. We're still eating. Smells good already.
Yeah. What we like to do with this tarp setup, as you'll see from the sped up version, is we put we pull it out rather than keep it flat, like a lean-to. We pull it out. The reason I do that is because when the heat comes up, it gets stuck up there, and it's just a warmer place. I mean, even if you put your hand up, isn't it? It's a warmer place, so that heat stays there.
Helps trap it in with us.
Yeah, and then it falls down the back as it starts to cool, so you get that constant movement of warm air around you. And the windbreak on that side, yeah, it's not doing great. And yes, we're in a garden at the moment, sadly. But it has kept it down a bit, hasn't it? It has kept the wind down a bit. I think you can see from the video that down here we still use bricks, even in a back garden where we're allowed to have an open fire, or the cooker going.
We're respectful, we don't want
No.
to leave a mark. Give that another little stir. Alright, we need a bit more water actually, I think.
A lot of this wood's pine though, isn't it? But that's okay, because they're not native to our country. Not really. There's a shit ton of them though, isn't there?
Yep. If it burns, it burns.
Human fat burns as well, babe, but we ain't chucking bodies on the fire.
Are we not? Why not?
Oh, I'll go and get me choppies. I've got me choppies.
Awesome. Bread. We need to move that back just ever so slightly. Cheers. Awesome. Got the garlic butter done. This is the bad job. Oh, got a little critter getting in. Everyone's hungry.
Yeah, yum, yum, yum.
I'm so romantic about it, aren't I? Splat,
Yeah.
splat, 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 splat.
Does the job.
It does the job. There we go, let that soak in a little, it'll be lovely. We give that a good stir so you can see.
Nice.
Awesome. All that juiciness.
Brilliant.
Good stuff. Taste test.
Yeah.
Oh, you know my cooking's good for it.
Yeah, I know.
I think I've got a bit of everything on that.
Me too.
Awesome. Hot garlic bread. Oh yeah. Get that in there.
That's why
good,
Tara
actually.
makes me use my choppies.
You slower.
Slows me down.
Well, when I give up, you usually get in with a blooming spoon and fork anyway, don't you?
Yeah.
Or your spork, shall we say. I nearly choked on a noodle.
Mm.
Oh, I lost a shroom.
Dog's
Yeah,
eat.
crack in there. Oh, it's good. We did say we was going to describe what it tastes like. It tastes like noodles. It tastes like peppers, tomatoes, comfrey. I guess the best way to describe comfrey is it's very mild flavour. It's not as intense as nettles, I wouldn't say.
No.
It's just a very mild green. I think that's the best thing you can say about it, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Plantain, again, is quite mild.
I think where you get your flavour from is if you're adding stuff to it. Well, the light's failing as well now. I sat on the compote thing.
Oh, yeah, our little compote thing. Some sugar water in there at the moment. Is we could have this in bed, huh?
Yeah. Pudding in bed.
Pudding in bed.
Why not?
Nothing better than that. Oh, look, you can see the colour of the water starting to change now. Look,
Yeah, nice.
it's going to get that nice pretty colour, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, so in here is both varieties of the blackberries, the red and the black, rose hips, and the apple, sugar water.
Just looking at that and the camera, and I'm like, dribbling.
Does it look good?
Yeah.
Awesome. So that's what we got, a load of syrupy, fruity juiciness.
Nice.
Yum, yum, yum.
Oh, thinking you. I'm
Take
dipping
your coconutty and get your fruit.
5 a day.
Ooh, I think, yeah. I think we definitely had more than our 5 today.
Mm.
Oh, that's fruity. I'll tell you what, coconut biscuits go really well with that. Because it's complimentary.
Yes, indeed.
Well, thank you for joining us for the dinner and cooking and the journey and all that jazz. I guess it's my turn to do it, is it? Please like, subscribe, and if you haven't subscribed already, you might want to consider doing so, because we've got years of adventures left yet. Lots of stuff, fun stuff to show. And don't forget all that hype. Happy hopping.